Hello guys, welcome back to Red Hot TV. The political careers Obasanjo ruined. Olusegun Obasanjo is a defining personality in Nigeria's politics. For decades, he has hovered like a wraith over the political cumulus. He is one of the many Nigerian leaders who have profited prodigiously from the country's undertaking, and he has lived a lifetime on the Nigerian privilege. Fate handed Obasanjo the brick and mortar to set Nigeria on a fine-grained foundation in 1999, after years of military vandalism. But did he saddle up to the importunities of destiny? Well, I believe we may not be on the current trajectory as a country if Obasanjo had applied his luck judiciously. He had the chance to redefine the course of our history, even though I admit it was not all up to him. He represented an interest. Obasanjo's administration was like a reprise of the military era. Political assassination, a burdensome baggage of the military approach, was rife under Obasanjo. To date, there is still no piece to the puzzle in the murder of Bola Ige and Harry Marshall, and some other politically linked killings across the country during Obasanjo's presidency. It was due to the enormity of the bloodletting that the Northern Leaders Forum and the Arewa Consultative Forum asked Goodluck Jonathan to prosecute Obasanjo in 2013. We cannot excise this chapter from our political history. It remains an eternal blot on the former president. There were also incidences where Obasanjo was summary and borderline ruthless in execution. The cases of Odi and Zakebiam, where the former president dispatched troops on a murderous mission, are still a talking point. Really, I found it fiendish when Obasanjo accused President Muhammadu Buhari of tyranny while he himself had trafficked in raw autocracy. Corruption and pursuit of vendetta were also the hallmark of the Obasanjo administration. The sale of public assets was heavily governed by insular interests. In fact, the preliminaries of the current wobbly state of the power sector were by the failed performance of that administration. The Obasanjo government reportedly cast $16 billion into the power black hole, not one living light bulb to show for it. Testifying before the Senate Ad Hoc Committee investigating the privatization of government businesses from 1999, in April 2011, Nasir El-Rufai, who was the Director General of the Bureau of Public Enterprises (BPE) under Obasanjo, said the former president and Atiku Abubakar, his deputy, influenced the sale of public companies to their associates who did not have to wherewithal to buy them. He said the failure of the exercise was largely due to government interference. The president and I were always quarreling over issues of privatization. Each time I told him we have a process, that he should advise their friends to be the highest bidder, El-Rufai said to the panel. Perhaps where Obasanjo chalked up notoriety is in his pursuit of vendetta. The former president is a known grudgist. He spares no fool even in death. His grating condolence letter on the death of Boroji Kashamo, whom he knocked posthumously, is the classic Obasanjo the Vengeful. He said the late ex-senator, who was wanted in the US for alleged drug dealing, escaped justice but could not evade the scepter of death. I do not spar with Obasanjo over his judgment on the deceased. Geography is not the best way to send off any departed. Our deeds live on long after we have checked out of this plane. But I am only concerned about Obasanjo's duplicity. His government gave evidence in the drug dealing case against Kashamo in the UK, securing his release. And the late politician was Obasanjo's ally until a bitter divorce owing to divergences in Ogun politics. And while the comradeship subsisted, Obasanjo exalted Kashamo above iniquity in one of the Omo Ilu Foundation programs of the deceased in Ogun State. "We appreciate all your good work. God will bless you for your good deeds," he said at the event. In his pursuit of vengeance, Obasanjo retired some politicians who stood in the way of his ambition. He varied with Peter Odili, former Rivers State governor, who was angling to be Umar Musa Yar'Adua's deputy. Obasanjo preferred Jonathan for certain reasons in quotes. He thwarted the mission of Odili and encumbered him with a corruption case. The Ikore politician procured a perpetual injunction to save himself. Also, the former president exerted himself dismantling whatever reputation Atiku Abubakar, his deputy, who challenged his second-term bid, had. He summarily costumed Atiku in a corruption garb, which haunts the political future of the former vice president to date. Obasanjo checked Gali Umar Na'abab, former Speaker of the House of Representatives, and Chibudom Nwuche, his deputy, out of politics after they initiated impeachment proceedings against him. He was deft in making sure they did not return to the House in 2003. I must add, Obasanjo was able to alter the political progression of these men because their closet was not dirt-free. Obasanjo admitted he made some mistakes, but he said they were genuine omissions. I never say that we didn't make mistake or we are perfect, but whatever mistake we made was a genuine mistake. It wasn't a mistake we made as a result of selfishness, he told the Point newspaper in an interview in July 2020. I think whether the mistakes were genuine or not, history will be as dispassionate and grating on Obasanjo as he has been on others. Wow. Okay. This is a nice write-up by Fredrick Nwabufo. Okay, and as usual, Nigerians and the likes have commented to this wonderful write-up here. Okay, Dombachi said, okay, are we supposed to be thanking you or what? Alright, so Orisa said, this man is a real cultist. Okay, he continued saying, don't believe this. This is an assassin creed, and devil is waiting for you in his kingdom. Wow. Okay. Son of God said, please write about Murtala Mohammed. Let us see what he also did. Okay, Paulo Lee said, make them leave this Baba alone. Okay, Aremu said, this Baba will either have his way or destroy you. That is why when I see people shouting Buhari is a tyrant, I do laugh because Obasanjo is a leader with ego. Wow. Okay. Toby Mercer said, thank you very much for this nice write-up. I think you guys should do well by writing about a lot of politicians and bad leaders in our country. Okay, Uzi said, Obasanjo this, Obasanjo that, please free the man alone. Okay, Matek said, Obasanjo committed a grave crime against Odil and Sakibian people. Okay, yeah, that was what we just read. Okay, Judo Lisco said, this man really shook Jonathan during his tenure. Okay, I said, okay, greed killed their careers. Alright. New hard drive said, please leave Baba alone. He's not the only devil we have in our midst. I guess if you're trying to attack politicians, do well to attack those that are even worse than him, because the likes of Oshomole is also one to write about. Okay. Alright. Okay, one who said politics in Nigeria is always about individual. Okay, guys, let's get your comments. Let's get your reaction. What do you have to say concerning this? You can drop your comments in the comment section. And don't forget to subscribe to this channel. Thank you.